All right, so I let the other Sixers content creators and other Philly content creators put their 2 cents in today about the whole Joel Embiid calling out the Philly fans, calling out the reporters, yada, 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 about his relationship with Ben Simmons. And it's pretty simple, I don't think that Joel Embiid means to take it out on the fans. But with that said, even if he does, I love this guy. Absolutely love this guy. He doesn't pander to anybody. He acts himself when he's on the court doing this. He's acting himself. That's him as a person. He's not a fake person. He's not like Bryce Harper saying, "Oh, I love the Philly crowd. I love the Rocky atmosphere. I like taking pictures underneath a bridge to pander to the crowd." All right? He did it in like 2 seconds. When he signed with Philadelphia, he did it in 2 seconds. Joel Embiid is going to tell you what you need to hear. He's saying that the Philly crowd needs to lighten up a bit when it comes to Ben Simmons and stuff like that. And then he brings up the whole article about some schmuck wanted him traded because he was fat last year or whatever. Joel Embiid is a unicorn. He's the best player in the city of Philadelphia out of any sport by far. And I'll say it time in and time out. Joel Embiid is the only one that gets away from criticism when it comes to the athletes in the city, because he doesn't pander and he tells you how it is. Now, when he's talking about the fans, I don't necessarily think he's talking about the fans. I think he's talking about the reporters putting words in his mouth consistently, and he got sick and tired of the reports coming out. He got sick and tired of it. Like, I don't know his personal friendship with Ben Simmons or if he likes playing with him. I don't know. But if you don't know Joel Embiid as a person, you cannot consistently say that he doesn't like playing with Ben Simmons or the chemistry is not there consistently. You can't say that. It's clickbaity. So Joel Embiid put his 2 cents in, and he basically called out a reporter saying that he was garbage and that don't put words in his mouth. That's basically what he said. I had no problem with what Joel Embiid said, like none whatsoever. Joel Embiid earned that respect. He was the MVP last year before he got hurt. And honestly, I thought he won it regardless. He's a better overall player than Nikola Jokic. He's better. And, the fact that the fan base turned on Ben Simmons, and then we run these athletes out of town, you guys have to understand something. Ben Simmons isn't a superstar athlete. He's an average basketball player who will not shoot the basketball. This guy doesn't belong in the city of Philadelphia. This guy wants to leave Philadelphia because he can't handle the pressure. It has nothing to do with him coexisting with Joel Embiid. His time's just done here. If he comes back here, you might as well just sit him on the bench because he's useless, But honestly, it's not something I want to drag out because I love JoJo. And the fact that he's calling out the fans saying that calm down a little bit. I mean, yeah, do we have to calm down a little bit? Maybe a little bit. All right, myself included. Because we put a lot of pressure on these athletes to perform. And I feel like a lot of the fans that have evolved over the years into showing the players too much support sometimes. Like me, I thought Ben Simmons stunk 3 years ago. I wasn't afraid to say it. I knew I got a lot of bullshit hate for it. But I said, this guy's game is extremely flawed, especially him being 22 or 23, whatever age he was. You're not just a 22, 23-year-old scared to shoot the ball and expect to fix it down the road and not even attempt to shoot the ball when you're 22 and 23. You get into the league doing certain things, all right? When we drafted the guy, his shooting was an issue. After the first couple of years, I was willing to wait maybe after his first year and see if he adapted. His second, third year, still wouldn't shoot the ball. It's the same garbage. How do you think that's going to change down the road? To fix your shooting, you have to shoot the ball in games. And the guy hasn't done it throughout his first 5 years in the league. It's not going to change. That's the player he is. And that's why we have to move on. Because if we stick with Ben Simmons, our team's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. So it's just how you think of it. I know these people say, I just don't want to give up a generational talent, a first-round pick. We got to get value out of it. If we don't get value for it, we don't get value for it. We have to move on from it. We literally have to move on, and it sucks. But eventually you will find that point guard that will play with Joel Embiid and will win a championship if it's not Damian Lillard. Now, Rich Hill, the agent for Ben Simmons, is an agent for Tyrese Maxey, and apparently he wants to move Maxey out of Philadelphia and he doesn't want his players there. Well, if that's the case, move Tyrese Maxey and Ben Simmons and package maybe a pick for Dame Lillard. Everyone's happy, everyone's ready to go, and we're ready to win a goddamn championship. It's that simple. Make it happen. Make everyone happy. We'll be great. But anyway, what JoJo said today wasn't an issue at all. I had no problem with it whatsoever. Love JoJo. Absolute stud. If he retired today, he'd be a Hall of Famer. Keep doing your thing. And let's get that championship next year, buddy. I'm out. Go Sixers. Bye.